Happy New Year, and welcome to the safety training for 2021. I look forward to this new year with great anticipation. But before we get our training, I want to take a few minutes to share a few thoughts about safety here at JCI. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Keith Shoemate. I started at JCI shortly after I moved to Missouri from Washington State, where I worked in the timber industry primarily as an equipment operator in a sawmill for 20 years. While working at the mill, I gained a lot of valuable knowledge and experience with safety by participating in our safety committee. Together, along with the employees at the mill, we greatly reduced the safety incidents, injuries, and exposures by improving our safety culture. As for JCI, I've been here for 6.5 years. I started as a driver at JCI branch, Lee Summit branch. I've been in that position of logistics manager for the last 3 years. And I will continue in this role as I add the duties and responsibilities of the safety manager. My goal as the safety manager here at JCI is to work with all of our employees at all of the branches to develop an excellent safety culture. It will not happen overnight, and I know this. But I trust we will see improvement as we labor together in this process. I would also like to introduce two people who will be working beside me as we begin this new chapter in our safety process. Some of you may have heard her name, but have never put a face to it. So let me introduce you to HR Coordinator Tamisha Francis. Tamisha has been with JCI a year next month. She came to us with 15 years of HR experience, and with 10 of them handling all the work comp claims and HR responsibilities for a small trucking company in Kansas City, Kansas. She also has 4 years of experience in leading a safety team and handling all the training for a manufacturing company that does upfitting for the Ford Motor Company. Due to her background in HR and safety, I'm excited to have her here on our team. Tamisha.
Thanks, Keith. Hi, everyone. It is my honor to be part of this process, and I am looking forward to taking the next safety steps with JCI. So if you have any questions or concerns, HR or safety related, please feel free to reach out to me via phone or email. Thank you and have a great day.
Most of you heard her name as our DOT Fleet and Safety Coordinator, Stephanie Booth. Unfortunately, Stephanie couldn't be here today from some prior items, but let me tell you a little bit about Stephanie. She's been with JCI over a year and has gotten our DOT and fleet in line, along with working with our employees. She's drove our safety score to below the threshold, and this is great and exciting news. She also has been working with Dennis and Pam and handling some of the OSHA reporting responsibilities. Before coming to JCI, Stephanie worked in the transportation and safety industry for 10 years as a logistics coordinator and a safety coordinator. She was responsible for overall DOT compliance for more than 2,000 independent contractors and union drivers, which is amazing. With her background in transportation and safety, she's a welcome addition to my safety team. So I just want to give everybody an opportunity to meet our 2021 JCI safety team. And so if you haven't noticed, we call it a safety process and not a safety program. And the main reason for this is safety should be something that we continue to improve on as we grow in our work experience. Also, I believe that one of our core principles here at JCI is to evolve our safety culture by working together to improve our safe work practices. That being said, this month we'll be training on our musculoskeletal injury prevention, or MSIs. In this training, we will cover items such as identifying problems, assessing risks, and providing control measures to eliminate MSIs. It's a privilege to serve here in my new role as safety manager at JCI, and I believe that together we can continue to improve the safety process and cultivate a culture of safety at JCI as a whole. This month's training video, MSIs.
Over a third of all workplace injuries in New Brunswick are musculoskeletal injuries, or MSIs, sometimes called soft tissue injuries. 70% of those injuries involve the back and shoulders. MSIs are painful and expensive. The good news is, you can prevent them. In the next few minutes, you'll learn how to recognize a situation that could lead to a musculoskeletal injury. You'll learn how to assess the risk in order to control or eliminate it. In short, you'll learn how to work safe. Groupe Savoie invited our camera crew in so we could show you how they work safe. Every company is unique, but the same principles apply to anyone whose job involves manual handling.
At Groupe Savoie, we try to promote safety primarily by taking care of our employees. They are a luxury we can't forget. If everyone can work safely, they're happier, and production and quality also increase automatically. Furthermore, we can save on costs and are able to manage much better.
Some of the things we do at work, lifting, reaching, or repeating the same action over and over again, can injure muscles, tendons, and ligaments in the neck, shoulders, arms, legs, and especially the back. This type of injury is called musculoskeletal, or an MSI. Sometimes symptoms appear suddenly in a single injury. More often, they appear gradually over time. Tenderness, swollen joints, aches, and pains may all be signs and symptoms of an MSI. There are 3 steps in the process of preventing musculoskeletal injuries. First, identify the problem and assess the risk. And finally, put control measures in place in order to eliminate it.
Dans le passé, on avait des problèmes de maux de dos.
In the past year, we had problems with back pain. Logs would block the entrance of the conveyor, and the operator had to manually unblock these pieces with a pick. We took a piece of equipment that wasn't doing anything, and we installed it to be a loader. Now the loader operator no longer has to leave his work area. All the commands are inside, so that he can unblock the conveyor and continue his work. There is less time lost in the mill, and the operator works in complete safety.
Look at the monitors in this room. They allow the operator to keep his neck and head in a comfortable position. He can see clearly and there is no strain on his neck. Safe and effective. Correct posture is essential in working safely. We'll talk more about posture in a minute. Moving heavy objects, not just logs, but any heavy object, is dangerous work and the most frequent cause of MSIs. Groupe Savoie eliminated this danger to workers by engineering a solution, a crane. There's a world of difference between raw timber and prepared foods, but the same safety-first principle applies at McCain Foods.
Some specific examples McCain has implemented over the past few years is the continuous improvement to look into new technologies for manual material handling. Some new technology McCain has invested in is our pallet pals, our vacuum lift, and our flour hoist.
All of these tools were engineered to reduce or eliminate the stress and strain of lifting and moving heavy objects. If you're feeling muscle strain at work, tell your supervisor. He or she needs to know. You may be working incorrectly, or you may have found a problem to be solved before someone is injured. Injuries are no accident. They are the result of unsafe work habits or workplace conditions.
It's important to learn from each other. We believe that everybody has a role to play in safety. Safety is looking after yourself, your colleagues, and everyone around you.
In meeting with the employees, we can make the simplest of modifications that can greatly assist us, among many other things, to prevent accidents. We have to listen to these employees and try to improve workstations. The best payback in safety is when we can put something into place that isn't too expensive. It's often said that $1 invested in safety will pay you back much more, and that is a reality.
Any task which requires a person to lift, lower, push, pull, hold, or carry any object is called manual handling. There are 3 ways you can reduce your risk of musculoskeletal injury. Proper posture. Keep your body relaxed. Move with your load. Point your feet where you want to go rather than twisting your spine. Keep your work at a comfortable level Avoid jerky motions. See how this fellow uses a tool and his body weight to guide the load?
If someone's not sure of the safe thing to do, they should ask someone around them or their supervisor.
Keep your work in your power zone, between your knees and shoulders. You're strongest in your power zone. Avoid lifting above shoulder and below knee level. Use tools and techniques to maintain the proper posture and keep you in your power zone. Ignoring that fact because you're in a hurry, don't know, or have forgotten is how injuries happen. Safety is more important than production quotas. It's in everyone's best interest to work safe. Keep loads close to your body, close to your center of gravity. Don't reach or bend for things. That's improper posture. Awkward positions make you vulnerable to an injury. Lift with your knees, not your back. There's a right way and a wrong way to do every job. The right way is the safe way. Reduce force. Proper lifting technique reduces injury. Strength is not the issue. Working safely is about technique and proper posture. Work in your power zone. This fellow uses the motion of the conveyor to help him flip the cut timber because it's easier to guide movement than create it. Notice that the conveyor is at the right height and his work is centered in his power zone. He swings his body with the work. He lets gravity work for him. It's harder to lift things than to guide them downhill. Move loads for as short a distance as possible. The less time a weight is in your hands, the better. Whenever possible, share the load. And always use the tools designed for the job.
Here's an example of how we've solved the problem moving large wood. Removing it off the chains has been hard on people's backs. So we've introduced some hydraulics. Now we lift it up and we slide it. Prior to this, we had to pull it off. From there, we had to lift with no leverage and put it onto the carriers, causing a lot of trouble for the guys. Now with the hydraulics, the problem is better.
Light or heavy, any repetitious work puts a strain on your muscles. Job rotation provides a change of position or posture and is an effective way to minimize repetitious strain injuries. And ultimately, that's everyone's objective, to eliminate workplace injuries by making safety a central part of the corporate culture.
We want our employees to take safety personally. We want our employees to come to work and work safe because they want to go home safely as well.
A lot of repetitious work can be replaced by automation, but occasionally machines break down and the work has to be done manually. This woman is doing her job safely. Her body is close to the conveyor. She keeps the work close, doesn't reach or stretch, elbows bent at 90 degrees, wrists straight, and a nice steady pace. Smooth, smart, safe. McCain is one of the largest food companies in the world. They've invested millions in creating a safer workplace for their employees. And they are still investing because safety is a job that never ends. WorkSafe is not a destination, it's a process, a commitment to continuous improvement. You are part of that process.
Safety's a journey. We want to keep on improving until we have a zero accident rate. We have 4 safety principles at McCain we abide by. Nothing we do is worth getting hurt for. Safety can and should be managed. Every injury could and should have been prevented. And we owe ourselves and each other a safe place to work.
Pour nous, le changement n'est pas un événement, mais un processus.
For us, change is not an event, it's a process. Behavior is one thing, but there's also properly analyzing the hazards and risks to eliminate everything possible in a workplace. Safety starts with our behavior, but we should also look at the design of the machines, among other things. We have a lot of work to do in this area.
Proper safety training is a joint responsibility between employer and employee. Everyone should recognize the signs of a potential MSI and implement preventative health and safety programs. If you have questions about how to handle materials safely, ask your supervisor or visit our website at www.worksafenb.ca.
Merci de regarder ce
Thank you for watching this video. Working safely is a gift you give yourself and your children. So make the best of your life, make the best of your career, safely.
We just want to thank everybody for their attention in this video, and remember that you have a part to play in safety. Work safe for yourself, your friends, your family, your coworkers, and know that they're relying on you.
Well, thank you for completing the January safety training. Just want to remind you, one of the key things to identifying MSIs or getting them is to identify the problems, assess the risks, so that we can work together to provide control measures to eliminate MSIs here at JCI. Please have the safety quiz completed and emailed back to either myself, Stephanie, or Tamisha by January 29th. Let's all work safe this month. Look forward to meeting with you again next month. Thank you.